Zimbabwe's sixth attempt to create a functional local currency since 2008 has been met with mixed views. The central bank has revealed that the Zimbabwe Gold, also called the ZIG, has strengthened a day after its debut. To discuss this further is economist and former Zimbabwe Reserve Bank advisor Eddie Cross. He is an economist. Eddie, good evening and thank you very much for joining us on Full View. Now, the new Zim currency is all the talk. You've seen it even trading stronger than the rand for now. Explain the rationale behind introducing this new currency at this point.
Well, when the new Minister of Finance took up his job in 2018, we were effectively dollarized. And what he did was to introduce a local currency, which he called the RTGS dollar. And this was an electronic form of currency. They did print a little bit, but not very much. And the situation has been that because of mismanagement by the Reserve Bank, this currency basically has been destroyed in value. Mm-hmm. A week ago, it was trading locally at about 45,000 to 1, and it was depreciating very, very rapidly. The new minister of the new governor of the Reserve Bank, John Mushayavano, has clearly taken control about 3 months before he took over the job. And when he took up his new position last week, he announced a new currency, which they called the Zimbabwe Gold, ZIG. And they've issued this, again, in electronic form, not in paper form. The paper version will be released later on this month, towards the end of the month.
I want to take you back to what led to the fall of the previous currency. You say it was mismanagement of that currency. Can you just be a bit more granular on this? What are we talking about? What exactly was happening?
Right, a currency is just a piece of paper. So its value as a means of transaction really depends on people's confidence in it. And if you print excessive amounts of the currency, it automatically translates into depreciation of the buying power of the currency. I think that's really relatively simple and easy to understand. That doesn't seem to happen with the US dollar, because for some reason the US is able to print currency in almost unlimited quantities, and it has little impact on its global value and people's confidence in it, and it doesn't even seem to have much influence on inflation in the USA. But that's not true in a smaller economy like ours. And so the previous governor was printing money for a variety of reasons, perfectly understandable on their own, but the effect was that it was leading to a depreciation in the value of the currency and eventually destroyed it. That happened before in previous governors' era, leading up to 2008, when again we saw the total collapse of the local currency.
So do you see this one actually succeeding?
Depends on management. Entirely. It's got nothing to do with gold or anything like that. That's purely semantics. If they manage this currency right, there is no fundamental reason why the Zimbabwe currency should not be amongst the strongest in the region. You have lots of examples. Botswana, the currency is stronger than South Africa. In Zambia, the currency is stronger than the South African rand. And in Mozambique, the currency has been stable for a long time. Our currency could quite easily be amongst the strongest in the region because our economy is much bigger. Our balance of payments is fairly strong at the moment, and we have a fiscal surplus. So there's no fundamental reason why they should print money. I think the new governor understands that completely. He's a banker. He's been running his own bank for the last 21 years. And I think he has both the political support and the understanding to actually manage the new currency right. You mentioned that it had appreciated in the first 2 days. That is true on the formal market, But in the informal market, it's actually already trading at a discount. So I think it's going to be a struggle between the two elements.
And that's what some analysts were actually saying, that it will be a tough battle for the ZIG to actually gain acceptance among the public, who've repeatedly seen the value of their local priced assets wither.
Yeah, completely. But what you must remember is that 85 to 90% of all transactions in Zimbabwe are conducted in US dollars. So the new currency is only a tiny proportion of the trading in currency in Zimbabwe.